You buy a cheap brush, you get a cheap finish. It really doesn't pay to buy a cheap brush. As you can see, there's hardly any bristle in there, so you're not going to hold much paint, so you have to keep on recharging your brush, which takes a lot longer. Also, being very short and stubby, it's going to scratch the paint onto your gloss work. Not really ideal. What I really would recommend is, if you can afford it, buy a better quality brush. This pig bristle brush, a lot longer bristle, nice and flexible, so we're going to lay the paint on nice and evenly. Also, a lot more bristle in there. If you just pinch it, you'll feel there's a chunky amount of bristle in there, going to hold a reservoir of paint so you can get the job done more quickly. So that's a pig bristle, which is ideal for all types of paints, but particularly suitable for oil-based gloss paints. When we're moving into the quick dry paints, which are usually water-based, then the synthetic bristles are ideal. These allow the paint to just evenly flow and give you reduced brush marks on your gloss work. So moving on from brushes, what we tend to find is we use rollers more for on ceilings than on walls, and the conventional rollers would be something like a medium pile roller. That's ideal for a normal emulsion on a flat surface. If you're painting onto a textured surface, you might find that you'd get the job done more easily if you use something like a chunky, thicker pile roller there. When you're painting gloss work with a roller, we even have foam rollers which are ideal for that. There are indeed rollers that are more suitable to allow you access to things behind radiators, for example, which are awkward to get to. So we've got a long reach roller there. I wouldn't be without talking about rollers. My roller pole here, which allows me to paint on surfaces which are a little bit awkward to get to, such as ceilings or indeed on walls. As you see there, I can reach with relative ease. And just finishing off on brushes and tools, one thing I might say, when you actually come to clean your brush out, sometimes little bits of paint left in there. This is an ideal tip that I was taught by a decorator many years ago. You use a dog comb and it allows you to just get into the bristle there and rake out any loose flaking bits of paint, or indeed even on a new brush. You can take those little bits of bristle that actually want to come out onto the wall, take them out before you start. Jobs are good.